warmed up for today's home opener between the Colfax Vikings and the Elk Mound Mounders. The 1-2 Vikings are coming off a 16-1 win over the Spring Valley Cardinals last Friday. Leading the way at the plate in that game was Dylan Hedela, who went 4 for 5 and scored 3 runs. Also contributing was Mitch Medine, who went 3 for 3 at the plate and also scored 3 runs, as well as Mason Yarrington and Zach Hedela, who each picked up 3 runs. Earning the win on the mound was Medine, who went 5 innings, giving up only 2 hits and allowing only 1 unearned run. He also struck out 8 Cardinals. The Mounders boast a 2-1 record and are coming off a 7-0 win over the Glenwood City Hilltoppers last Friday. The effective Mounder pitching shut out the Hilltoppers and allowed only 2 hits and didn't give up any walks. Now, last season, the Vikings posted a 6-12 record and were 5-9 in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference, which wound them up in 5th place. The Vikings are looking to replace 4 players lost to graduation, but they return a team with quite a bit of experience. The leading returner for the Vikings at the plate is Dylan Hedela, who in 2022 posted a .341 average. He plated 5 runs on 15 hits in 44 at-bats. He's followed by Cade Anderson, who hit .277 last season, and Mitch Medine, who batted .238. Medine was last season's leading scorer, crossing the plate 17 times. On the mound, Medine is the leading returner. Last season, he posted an ERA of 4.85 in 26 innings pitched. He's followed by Ashton Greenwell, who last year posted a 6.5 ERA in 14 innings. Also showing promise, albeit a pretty small sample size, was Micah Bailey, who kept opponents from scoring in his 4 1/3 innings pitched. It'll be interesting to see what he can contribute this season. Now, the Elk Mound Mounders are the defending Dunn-St. Croix Conference champions. The Mounders finished the season with a 16-4 overall record and went 13-1 in conference play. The Mounders were eliminated from the WIAA tournament play last year following a 4-3 loss to the Aquinas Blue Golds in the sectionals. The Mounders appear to be returning around 7 regular players from last year's squad, including Jerome Dilakowski, who's the leading returning hitter and posted a .475 average last season. He's followed by Carter Veith, who also hit over .400 last season. On the mound, Caden Russo is the leading returner, who last season posted a 7-1 record, as well as a 2.29 ERA in 55 innings. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Viking players on Viking Profile. You're warming up in the bullpen on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. And now Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Ashton Greenwell, who's a senior here at Colfax High School. And Ashton, this is not the first time we've done one of these rodeos, so we know that you play baseball, but what are some other things that you're involved with?
I play basketball and I play football.
All right, now when did you start playing baseball, and what kind of an experience has that been?
Well, I played in my grandpa's living room as a toddler, so.
Ever since you could get on your feet, right?
Yep.
All right. What's the most important thing that you've learned then from playing baseball?
Probably teamwork and selflessness.
Okay. All right. You know, baseball is the sport that I hear the word sacrifice used a lot, and you have to have that selflessness to be able to lay down a sacrifice bunt or hit a sacrifice fly and be able to celebrate it still.
Yep.
All right, so when you're not playing baseball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
I hunt and I fish a lot.
Okay. You know this is coming. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Oreo ice cream cake.
You've been working on that one. Okay. Your favorite Major League team?
The Brewers.
Okay. And you been to a Major League game?
Yeah.
Do you have any recollection of it whatsoever?
Not really.
Well, they say you never forget your first Major League game, so much for that theory, right? Okay. If you had a superpower, what do you think that might be?
Super speed.
Okay, so Ashton Greenwell now has super speed, and so to have super speed, you have to have a superhero name to go with it. What would that be?
The Green Flash.
The Green Flash, okay. You're wearing red and everything, but Greenwell is going to get us the Green Flash. Okay. Yes. We're talking with Ashton Greenwell today on Viking Profile, and what are your plans for after high school?
I'm planning on going to UMD for a biology major.
How about a shout out to the family?
Hi, Mom and Dad, and Aaron and Abby.
Now, when people come to Viking games, what number will you be wearing, and where are they going to find you on the field?
23, and I'm going to be first base and pitching.
We want to thank Ashton Greenwell for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next is more of the Bullpen Show.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Welcome back to the Bullpen Show. We're very excited to open up our coverage of Colfax Viking Baseball during the 2023 season. Now, this coverage has been made possible by a group of very dedicated parents, and we are very thankful for their efforts. We will be carrying primarily Viking home games and one game from Osseo. So today is the Viking home opener as they take on the Elk Mound Mounders, and the stage is set for some exciting high school boys baseball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now in just a moment, I'll join our broadcast crew out at Colfax High School as we'll bring you all the action of today's season home opener between the Colfax Vikings and the Elk Mound Mounders. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to The Bullpen Show on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Let Menominee Eye and Optical help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comroe provide both comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract and LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eye care for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, located at 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality, personalized care for you and your family.
You've been tuned to the Bullpen Show, where we've had an opportunity to get warmed up for today's Colfax Viking baseball game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking baseball.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Colfax Vikings baseball is on the air. The Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, along with Colfax High School proudly present today's Colfax Vikings baseball game. Now, it's out to the ballpark and today's Colfax Viking baseball game.
And good evening, and welcome to Colfax High School. Rick Olson with you here, along with Joe Doucette by my side. He's doing the color commentary for us today. Cassie Johnson-Nelson on the computer, and Dan Petschow on the camera. And we're ready for some baseball. Mother Nature played a trick on us yesterday, so we're a day late, Joe.
Yeah, beautiful day. Great baseball weather for early in the year.
Yeah, it's in the 50s and the grass is green. It wasn't yesterday.
No.
And so we're ready for some baseball. Why don't you tell us who's playing in this one, Joe?
You bet. For Elk Mound, led by head coach Paul Andrea. Leading off, the pitcher, Cam Diermeyer. Batting second, the shortstop, Ryan Bartig. Batting third, the catcher, Carter Veith. Batting fourth, first baseman, Jerome Delikowski. Batting fifth, left fielder, Caden Russo. Batting sixth, center fielder, Carter Garnett. Batting eighth, third baseman, Lucas Johnson. Batting eighth, right fielder, Brady Amble. And batting ninth, second baseman, Jake Osborne.
And we'll pick up the Vikings as they come to bat, because stepping into the batter's box is Cam Diermeyer, shortstop, batting .000 on the season. He's looking to pick up a batting average, and the first pitch is low for a ball. On the mound for the Vikings, and the pitch is a called strike over the inside quarter. Ben Bailey. Bailey has an ERA of 0.00.
Yeah.
He delivers, and it's low. Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike, and we are just underway. It's the home opener for the Colfax Vikings. Bailey in the stretch and delivers. Fly ball out into left field, and it's going to fall in.
Foul ball.
Foul ball.
Kind of critical they get that first guy out.
So that's 2-2 on the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You're right. Getting that first hitter out kind of sets the tone for the game.
Yep.
Bailey in the stretch, and the pitch, it's high for ball 3. Count is full. Bailey looking in for the sign. To Diermeyer, and the pitch. Strike 3 called!
Yeah, he painted that outside corner. A great pitch.
1 down.
Mike has thrown 4 in the 3rd inning so far this year. That was a big pitch.
And Brian Bartig comes up, batting .400 on the season. And a called strike over the outside corner.
They threw a breaking ball to start him, which I think is always a great idea.
As long as you don't leave it hanging.
Yeah, for sure.
And he got another one over the outside corner.
Wants to stay away from the middle of the plate now.
No balls, 2 strikes. A little bit low for ball 1.
Yeah, good pitch though, Rick. Yep.
Let's go ahead and chase it if you want to, pitch.
Yep. Still ahead. He's got a lot of options.
Here's the pitch. And that got Bartig right in the hip. It's going to bring up Carter Veith with 1 down, 1 on. Bailey taking a look over at first. He's at the belt and delivers, shows bunt. Hidala's throw a little bit lower than he wanted it to be.
Yeah, I don't think he had a good grip on it.
So Bartig moves over to second. One ball, no strikes, runner at second, one out, and the pitch. Check swing outside for ball 2. Carter Veith hitting .286 on this young season. And it's a little bit high.
Just missing, just missing.
3 balls, no strikes. Jerome Dilakowski on deck. Bartig takes his lead, and the pitch is high. I must have lost count in there. Oh, I missed a strike. It's 3 balls and a strike. And the 3-1 pitch.
Ooh,
that was
yeah.
inside.
Yep.
Didn't miss by much.
Nope, he's right around the plate.
So runners at first and second. And up steps Jerome Dilakowski.
You know, a big spot early for the Vikings and the Mounders.
And the pitch, it's a little bit low. That just missed the knees. Dilakowski, big, tall hitter, batting .400. Playing first base for the Mounders.
Yeah, big, strong kid. I think this is an important part, Rick, early in the game with 2 guys on.
Bailey looking over at second. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
That's a good pitch.
Pulled the string on it. Dilakowski was way out in front of it. Here's the pitch. Line shot. Stopped it short. Throw to second for an out. Over to first. And not in time. So Dilakowski gets on a fielder's choice. Bartig moves over to third.
Yep, good play by Mitch Medina at short.
To get Carter Veith. 2 down. Runners on the corners. That's going to bring up Caden Russo. Russo's batting .600.
You know, tremendous athlete. Tremendous athlete.
Remember watching him on the hardwoods.
Yep.
Chopper out to short.
Oh, nice play.
Throw over
nice
to first in time.
Nice play.
6-3 on the putout.
Yep.
Medine to Greenwell, and no runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 were left on base. We played a half inning, and we have no score from Colfax. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Kyle's Market in Colfax, locally owned since 2007 and is a proud supporter of Colfax High School scholarship and athletics. Kyle's Meat Department is second to none, and they're known for their homemade smoked meats. Don't forget the fresh veggies, cheese, and frozen foods. Kyle's Market has got it all. Kyle's Market is your hometown market where customer service is supersized. They'll even carry your groceries out to your car. That's Kyle's Market in Colfax.
Back here at Colfax High School as the Vikings are going to come to the plate. Joe, why don't you let us know who's playing for the Vikings?
All right, for Coach Kirk Sikra, leading off the shortstop, Mitch Medine. Batting second, the second baseman, Mason Yarrington. Batting third, the catcher, Dylan Hidala. Batting fourth, first baseman, Ashton Greenwell. Batting fifth, center fielder, Cade Anderson. Batting 6th, left fielder Brian Tuchel. Batting 7th, DH Brody Everson. Batting 8th, right fielder Elijah Ensminger. And batting 9th, third baseman Zach Hedela.
Okay. And of course, Brody Everson is hitting for Ben Bailey, who's on the mound. And we're just about ready to get things going. The Mounders defensively, as we look around, it's third base is Johnson, shortstop Bartig, Osborne out at second, Dilikowski at first, Fife he's behind the plate. The outfield is Russo, Garnett, and Ambo going from left to right, and Diermeyer on the mound. Stepping up to the plate is Mitch Medine. Mitch is batting .833.
What a start, eh? Yeah. Made 2 good plays, top of the first.
That seems to be one of the things the baseball gods do. When somebody makes a great play in the field, they seem to come up right away in the next at-bat.
Yep, you see that quite a bit.
And we have a called strike, so it's 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Strike called right down the middle of the plate. That one could have painted the stripe on Main Street. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ground ball out to short, picked up by Bartig. Well, he couldn't quite handle it, and we're going to get a runner on. I think we'll give an error to Bartig on that because he kind of bobbled the ground ball, but needless to say, the Vikings have a runner at first with nobody out. Mason Yarrington stepping up, batting .429. Diermeyer in the stretch, and the first pitch is high. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. 1-1 is the count. Diermeyer takes a look over at first. And the pitch. Swung on a miss for strike two.
It'd be great to see him get him over to second, you know, even if he makes a note. That'd be a good at-bat.
And the throw over to first, and nothing happening. Here's the pitch. That was high. Counts even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Medina up first. And the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball out into right field. And it's a foul ball. Count holds at 2-2. And the pitch is a called strike 3. So Mason Yarrington goes down looking.
Yeah, good pitch.
That's going to bring up Dylan Hedela. Hedela saw his first action in the last game that the Vikings played, which they came out on top over at Spring Valley. He went 4 for 5.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Check swing low.
I know Dylan, one of the strongest kids in the school, got great bat speed.
Here's the pitch. It's high and inside. Ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 1 down. Medina at first. Diermeyer fires. It's high for ball 3. See if they give Hedela the
Yeah, I was just
green
thinking
light.
about that, yeah. Doesn't look like
Shows
it.
bunt, he pulls it back, and ball 4. Dylan Hedela draws the free pass. Runners at first and second, and it's going to bring up Ashton Greenwell. And you know, Joe, you were talking about how Dylan Hedela is one of the stronger
Here
guys
comes
in the
another
school.
one. Yeah.
Ashton Greenwell
Yeah.
doesn't take a back seat to him by very much.
Yeah, great kid.
Here's the pitch. It's high for a ball. Greenwell, of course, our Viking profile player during the bullpen show.
Yeah, awful nice kid.
And that's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Diermeyer looking over at first and now delivers. Foul back out of play. Count holds at 1 and 2.
You know, another key spot early.
Diermeyer fires. Foul back again. And again, the count holds. 1 and 2 is the count. 1 out. 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Low for a ball. Ball 2.
That's close. I thought he held up, Rick.
I thought so. The bat didn't look to me like it crossed the plate. Diermeyer fires. It's outside. And the count is full. 3 and 2 with 1 out. Throw over to first. And he's safe at first. And Faith wants to go out and have a little chat with Diermeyer.
Yeah, a lot of guys would send the runners now, but not sure what Coach Seco will do.
We have a 3 and 2 count with 1 out. It's not quite what we would call traveling time. That's with 2 outs.
Yeah. I think he's going to see a fastball.
Diermeyer fires, and it's laced foul down the third base line. Off the fence in front of the Elk Mound dugout.
Good pitch, but Ashton did a good job of fighting it off.
Diermeyer at the belt, and the payoff pitch. There we go. Ground ball to second, and bobbled, and they got the out at first. So Greenwell grounds 4-3, but the runners advance. So 2 down, runners at second and third. Cade Anderson at the plate. Hitting .250. Vikings looking to try and open the scoring here in the first inning. And the pitch is high for a ball. And the pitch. That's a called strike at the letters. Diermeyer looking in. And the pitch. High pop up, foul territory. Veith makes the catch behind the plate for the third out. So the Vikings have no runs no hits. There was one Elk Mound error and 2 runners left on base. We've completed 1 inning, and we have no score here at Colfax. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Known for its well-manicured grounds and greens, Whitetail Golf Course is an 18-hole golf course carved into the countryside of northwest Wisconsin. They can host your next golf outing, wedding and reception, reunion, birthday, anniversary, or other social event. On Friday nights, come out to Whitetail for their famous Friday night fish, shrimp, and chicken dinner served from 5 to 9 every Friday evening through October. Conveniently located between Colfax and Elk Mound, Whitetail Golf Course is just a 15-minute drive from both Eau Claire and Menominee.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How is it? Is it good?
And we're back here at Colfax High School. No score as we head into the 2nd inning. As soon as Cassie gets that changed on the scoreboard. And she did. Cassie's on top of it. She has Izzy and Mom with her today, and so she's doing a lot of duties. So due up for the Mounders, we have Carter Garnett, Lucas Johnson, and Brady Amble. Here's the first pitch coming in outside from Bailey.
Yep. Both pitchers did a good job of getting out of jams in the 1st inning.
Bailey looking in. And he delivers. That one's low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. And we have time called. And it's 2-0 is the count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3.
Didn't miss by much.
This is one of those where it almost seems like, it looks like Ben Bailey is kind of aiming his pitch and he just needs to rear back and fire. That one just missed inside for ball 4. So Carter Garnett draws the walk. That's going to bring up Lucas Johnson, batting .200 this season. Throw over to first, and he's back in time. Bailey has a pretty good move over to first. He's at the belt, and the pitch. Throw down to second, and Garnett is in safely.
Yeah,
Throw was a little bit high.
Yeah, got a good jump.
So runner at second, and Carter Garnett, Lucas Johnson at the plate. And the pitch, fly ball out into center field. That's going to drop in. And the throw coming in. And in to score is Carter Garnett. Johnson ends up out at second.
Yeah. Didn't hit it terribly hard, but right in the right spot.
Gets credit for a single and then went to second on the play with the ball coming into the plate. So 1-0, Elk Mound on top. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. As Brady Amble squared the bunt. He didn't offer, but the pitch went over the plate. Bailey looks over at second. It's at the belt. And the pitch. Amble offered at that one. Looking bunting. 0-2 is the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called.
That's a great pitch.
Dylan Hedela going out to have a little chat with Ben Bailey.
One of those at-bats, Ricks, where they're going to try to get him to third with less than 2 outs, but they couldn't do it.
So 1 out. Runner at second. That's Lucas Johnson. And the first pitch is a called strike over the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. Bailey at the stretch and the pitch. Curveball missed. 1-1.
Good stop by Dylan.
Bailey looking in, takes a sign, looks over at second, and delivers. Soft liner out into right center field. Holding up at third is Johnson. As Jake Osborne singles to center. Takes us back to the top of the order, Cam Diermeyer. He went down looking. Fly ball out into right field.
That's hit hard.
And he gets the round tripper.
Well, he's might be hung up.
Oh, maybe
there.
not. I thought it was out of there. We don't have a great view of right field here. I was kind of basing it on the crowd reaction.
Yeah, I think Diermeyer was going for third, but runner stopped at third. Yep, he had to go back in a hurry.
So Diermeyer at second, Bartig at the plate, Osborne at third, and Johnson scored.
Yeah. Big inning, Rick, if we're going to hang in there. Got to keep it close.
Bailey looking in and delivers. Curveball grounded to third, looks the runner back, throws over to first.
I think it was a little low. I think it's going to be bases loaded, Rick.
We'll make that an error on the third baseman,
Yep.
Zach Hedela. A little low on the play. Here's the pitch.
Yeah. Zach had a nice play, just a touch low.
That pitch is low for a ball. And the pitch swung on a miss. Ball gets by Hedela. Nobody advances. One ball, 1 strike. 1 out. And the bases are loaded. Ben Bailey at the belt. And he delivers. Swung on, missed. To Carter Veith, who drew a walk his last time up.
Wonder if he'll shorten up a little bit. Them are 2 big swings.
Here's the pitch. High pop-up in the infield. Bailey makes the catch. I believe that was an infield fly anyway. 2 down. Brings up Jerome Dilikowski. Got on a fielder's choice last time.
That was a big pitch. Big out by Ben Bailey.
2 down. Bases loaded. They'd like to get out of here without any more damage. Swung on him, fouled back. No balls and a strike.
I think the key for Ben Bailey is to get ahead. Seems like he's a lot more effective when ahead.
Isn't that the story of pitching?
Yeah.
And the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. And making the catch out there is Elijah Ensminger. So, for the Mounders, they picked up 2 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 Viking error, and the bases were left loaded. So we've played an inning and a half, and it's the Mounders 2 and the Vikings nothing. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, where the Vikings are trailing in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 2-0. Plenty of time left in this one. Due up in for the Vikings are Tusho, Everson, and Ensminger.
See if the Vikings can build on that. 2 big outs at the end of that last inning. Bases loaded and 1 out, and Ben Bailey was able to work his way out of it.
Yeah, the pop-up is one of the pitcher's best friends.
Yep.
You know, we got a nice group of people out here for some early spring baseball. A beautiful day. I had my doubts as to whether we were going to be able to do this one today, but the snow just immediately disappeared. And we'll take it. It's that green grass time of year.
Yep.
Brian Tuchel steps to the plate, batting .200. Diermeyer winds and fires. And it's called strike over the outside corner.
Diermeyer throws the ball pretty hard.
Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. And
base hit.
He's going to get in there for a base hit. Brian Tuchel singles to right. So the Vikings have a runner on first with nobody out. Here's the pitch. High pop up behind the plate and not making the catch is Veith.
Yeah, he got a good jump, good try.
Actually, that goes in the book as an error on the catcher.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Throw over to first. And they got him at first, but it moved the runner over. So Tuchel's at second, 1 out, and Elijah Ensminger comes up. Ensminger looking to get himself a batting average because he doesn't have one yet.
Yeah, great athlete, great ass.
And it's a called strike.
I think if he can just keep putting the ball in play with his speed, he could be very dangerous.
Diermeyer looks over at second. And the pitch. Fly ball out into left center field. Moving over, making the catch is Garnett.
Yeah. Hit it pretty hard, Rick.
So 2 down. It brings up Zach Hedela. Younger brother of catcher Dylan Hedela. Zach's batting .333. Diermeyer delivers. It's high and away for ball 1.
From just talking to people, this young Hedela kid's got a lot of potential.
I remember watching him during the football season and was pretty impressed. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And the pitch. It's in the dirt. Ball 2.
Yep, good block by the catcher.
Two balls and a strike with 2 down. Here's the pitch, fouled away, out of play. Diermeyer delivers. That's low for a ball. 3 balls and a strike. It's a hitter's pitch for Zach Hedela. Diermeyer delivers. Foul back.
Yeah.
Strike 2. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into left field. It's going to fall in. Rounding third, coming in to score is Brian Tuchel. And Hedela
Nice.
stops at second.
That's great at bat, Rick. 2
And
strikes.
produced a run, got himself an RBI. That
Back to the
brings the
top.
Vikings within 1. Back to the top of the order, Mitch Medine got on an error by the shortstop. His first time up. Pitch is outside for a ball. And the pitch. Chopper foul right by the plate. Kind of chased a low one that time.
Yeah. I know Mitch is off to a great start on the year. Yep, hitting the ball well.
Medine steps in. Hedela takes his lead. Fly ball out into right field.
Yeah, I'm afraid
and making the catch is Amble.
Yeah, right at him.
So, for the Vikings, they pick up 1 run on 2 hits. There was an error by the Mounders and 1 left on. We've completed 2 innings, and it's Elk Mound 2, and the Vikings won. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When circumstances leave you with this, contact Morgan's Auto Body of Colfax. Morgan's Auto Body of Colfax provides state-of-the-art rust repair, paint repair, glass repair, dent removal, or straightening. In short, Morgan's Auto Body can do it all. Whether you've been in a minor fender bender or a major collision, Morgan's will restore your car to its original condition and get you safely back on the road. That's Morgan's Auto Body of Colfax, 409 Cedar Street in Colfax, or call at 715-962-3557.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson along with Joe Doucette. Cassie Johnson Nelson on the computer. Dan Petschow on the camera. And we got on the air a little bit late, but first baseball game of the season, you always have a couple of hiccups in the beginning.
A great game so far, Rick. Yeah.
Hey, it's a nice baseball game. You couldn't ask for much better in this kind of weather.
Yeah.
So leading off the top of the third inning for the Mounders is Caden Russo. And the first pitch is a called strike. Russo grounded to short his first time up. And Bailey on the mound for the Vikings. Curveball grounded out to short, and it goes right through the legs of Mitch Medine. We're going to give an error on Medine on that one. He picked his head up to make the throw before the ball got to the glove.
Yeah, he's made a couple good plays, but
not that time.
Not that time. Yeah.
So that brings Carter Garnett to the plate. He walked and scored last time.
Yeah.
Pitch is outside for a ball. And down to second goes Russo.
I think Mitch knew that Russo runs well, and he had to come up hard.
Runner at second. Nobody out. Swinging and a miss for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is a called strike at the knees.
Strike ball, boys.
Bailey in the stretch, and the pitch. That just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bailey looks in, checks second, and a high pop-up out into left field, foul territory.
Yeah.
Nothing but a loud strike.
Yep, hit it hard.
Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, curveball, just missed. Boy, I don't know, Joe. I don't know where that missed. We don't have the perfect angle at the plate, so.
Yeah, he's been calling that low one, but he didn't on that one. I thought it was low, though.
And strike 3 called. So Carter Garnett goes down looking. It's going to bring up Lucas Johnson. That's the 3rd strikeout tonight by the Mounders for Ben Bailey, and all have been looking. There's the pitch. Fly ball out into right center field. Moving over and not able to get there. Rounding third, coming in to score is Caden Russo. As Johnson ended up at second.
That's his second hit.
He's 2 for 2. Picked up an RBI.
Again, wasn't terribly hit hard, but just right in the right spot.
Who was the manager said hit it where they ain't?
Yeah.
Ground ball to short. Medine makes sure this one throws over to first, and they got him. Maybe not.
No.
We don't have a great angle at first base here. Got to kind of look around the corner.
Yeah, it's going to be an error. I'm not sure if it's on Mitch or Ashton. Was it?
And throw down to third. And not in time. Hedela and the umpire collided, and the umpire is calling umpire interference on that one. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
But Hedela was trying to make the play and ran right into the umpire. And the umpire called it a dead ball and sent the runners back where they came from. So we have runners at first and second. 1 ball. Squares to bunt and foul ball. This is Jake Osborne. Doubled his last time up. Johnson at second. Amble at first. 1 down. There's the pitch. It's low for a ball.
He's really working the bottom of the zone.
Here's the pitch. Fly ball, pop up. Just out of the infield, backing up, making the catch is Mason Yarrington. And the runners have to hold. Back to the top of the order with Cam Diermeyer. He's 1 for 2. Doubled and struck out. Two runners on. Mounders on top, 3-1. Here's the pitch. Strike called.
Yeah, Diermeyer jumped on a fastball, second at bat.
Here's the pitch. That missed outside for a ball.
I think that's a big key for the pitcher, just getting that curveball over consistently.
Here's the pitch, fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think when he gets that curveball over, Ben, he's a lot more effective, Rick.
Oh, we find out which hitters can hit the curveball, too.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. That one's high.
Yeah.
Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 down. Bailey into the stretch, and a soft liner out into left center field. And rounding third and in to score is Lucas Johnson.
That was a great at-bat by Diermeyer. Just went with it, and again, didn't hit it terribly hard, but just great at-bat.
And he picked up an RBI on that. That'll bring up Ryan Bartig. He was hit by the pitch his first time up, then got on an error by Zach Hedela. So he's 0 for 1. And the pitch. Ground ball back to the mound. Picked up by Bailey. Throw over to first in time. for the third out. But 2 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 Viking errors and 2 left on. So we've completed 2.5 innings. Well, there are a lot of 2s in there. And the score is the Mounders 4 and the Vikings 1. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Plumbing problems got you down? Let the skilled folks at H&H Plumbing in Colfax make sure everything is flowing just as it should. Or maybe you're thinking about adding a gas line for a new stove, fireplace, or hot tub. H&H Plumbing can help with that as well. H&H Plumbing in Colfax, established in 2000, has earned a 5-star rating on Angie.com. So, whatever your plumbing needs, call H&H Plumbing in Colfax at 715-962-4155.
Back here at Colfax High School, where the Mounders have opened up a 4-1 lead over the Vikings. As we head into the bottom of the third inning.
Left to third, center to left.
And we have some lineup changes. And we'll see what we got going on here. And Garnett has moved to left field.
Definitely a pitching change, Rick.
Yeah, we do. Okay, let's see if we can get the lineup changes.
Johnson, the pitcher.
Johnson's going in to become the pitcher.
Garnett slides from center to left. Jeremiah goes from pitcher to center.
Thanks.
Okay, I got most of that. Where did you say Caden Russo went?
He went to third.
And chopper foul for strike 1 for Mason Yarrington. Yarrington struck out looking his first time up.
Aye.
We're in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the pitch.
Nice.
Soft liner out into left field, falls in for a base hit for Mason Yarrington. Runner at first brings up Dylan Hedela.
Let's go.
And foul ball out of play. And the throw over to first. Back in safely is Yarrington.
Go ahead. All right. Good.
It looked like he took a little off that one. Maybe a straight change. Really good pitch.
0-2 is the count. And the pitch.
Nice.
Ground ball to third. Scoop. No, it goes under the glove. And that's going to be an error on the third baseman. And everybody's safe. So 2 runners on with nobody out. Brings up Ashton Greenwell. So Lucas Johnson is on the mound for the Mounders. And we do have a courtesy runner coming in for Dylan Hedela. I did not see who it was. I think it's, Bryson Tuchel is the courtesy runner for Dylan Hedela. There's the pitch. Outside for ball one. Numbers for Cam Deermeyer. He went 2 innings, gave up a run. It was earned. Walked 1, struck out 1, and gave up 2 hits. Pitch is low for a ball. And a ground ball to second. Step on second, throw over to first. And they got the put out. It does move Yarrington over to third. So that's 4 unassisted to 3 for the double play. Brings up Kate Anderson.
Yeah, big spot. Nice play by Osborne.
Here's the pitch.
I'd have to say he throws a little harder than Deermeyer, who, maybe a couple
who was
miles.
throwing pretty hard himself.
Yeah, both.
And that pitch is high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Anderson popped out to the catcher in foul territory his first time up. Chopper back to the mound.
Gonna wiggle out
Scooped in,
of it.
throw over to first or the put out. So the Vikings had something promising and nothing came from it. No runs on 1 hit. There was 1 Elk Mound error and 1 left on base. So we've completed 3 innings. It's the Mounders 4 and the Vikings 1. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Triple Threat can meet your baseball training needs. If you or someone you know is looking to expand your baseball skills, give Triple Threat Training a call at 715-664-8669. That's Triple Threat Training in Downsville, Wisconsin.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Back here at Colfax High School. And we head into the top of the 4th inning. And first pitch. A little bit low. I don't think he called a strike there. I didn't see it.
Nope.
And the pitch. High pop-up. Out into left field. Moving out and making the catch is the shortstop, Mitch Medine. That was Carter Veith. Brings up Jerome Dilakowski. Dilakowski is 0 for 2. Got on a fielder's choice and then flew out to right. Pitch curveball on the outside corner. There's the pitch. Another curveball.
Yeah.
He's really relying on that. No balls, 2 strikes.
That's a great pitch when he gets it across.
Nobody on. And a drop third strike, but the throw over to first. And I believe...
No, he threw it high, Rick.
He threw it too high.
Yeah.
So that goes in the book as a strikeout with an error on the catcher. And so Dilikowski is on first. And we're going to get a courtesy runner for him. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't think you could do... Maybe it's a pinch runner.
I think they did say pinch runner.
So coming in is Lance Gorham.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben Bailey made a good pitch.
So Gorham is at first. And the throw over to first. Back in time. Gorham takes his lead. And the pitch is outside for a ball. One down. Runner at first. There's the pitch. Throw down to first from Hidla. And they don't make the connection. Back in time is Gorham. Gorham taking the lead again. Bailey fires. It's high for a ball. Ben Bailey looking in and delivers. Strike called at the letters. Top of the 4th inning, 4-1, Mounders on top. And the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Heading back is Anderson, back by the fence.
No,
and he
went
can't
off his
make the
glove.
catch.
Went off his glove, Rick. I tell you, got a great jump. Almost a straight play.
Yeah, I don't know, Joe. Would you call that a hit or an error?
I would give him a hit on that.
I would too. It would have been a spectacular catch had he made it.
Yeah. Anderson had a great jump.
So that puts Russo at second. And Gorham is at third. And we're going to get a little visit to the mound. And Zach Hidla tamping down the mound a little bit.
Looks like they're going to stay with Ben Bailey.
Yeah, I think that was probably more of a defensive
adjustment
talk than, yeah, here's how we want to play this, and let's not get too far behind here.
Yeah. I think we both agree, Rick. He's pitched well.
Yeah, I'm impressed with this curveball.
Now, if he gets ahead, he's way more effective.
There's the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. Moving over, diving for the ball, and did not make the catch. That was Ensminger trying to make the play. And in to score is Gorham. Caden Russo on third. Garnett on first. And Lucas Johnson, who's now pitching, is at the plate. Pitch is high. He'll bluff the throw to second, seeing if he could get Gorham to commit to the plate. Or not Gorham, Russo to commit to the plate, but Russo's seen that play a few times. Bailey delivers one right through the hole into left field. Russo in to score. Coming into the plate is Garnett and Lucas Johnson.
That's his third hit, Rick.
He's 3 for 3.
Having a great day.
Mounders opening it up a little bit, 7-1. Bailey looking in and delivers. Line shot. Fielded by Medine. Throw over to first. And they got him there. That was Brady Amble. It's going to bring up Jake Osborne with 2 down.
Yeah, innocent start to the inning, Rick, you know, with the out and then the error, and then they've been hitting the ball since. One of the biggest keys to baseball is getting them big hits with guys on. And
Peyton Veith is batting for Osborne. And he hits a shot out into center field. Rounding third and coming in to score is Lucas Johnson.
And that bottom of the order has really come through for Elk Mound.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, sign of a great team.
And we're back at the top of the order. Ground ball. And nowhere to go with it. That was Diermeyer. Went off the glove of Medine. So we have runners at first and second. And Ryan Bartig is at the plate. First pitch is the ball.
You know, you can see why Elk Mound has such a great program, you know, all the way up and down the order. They have a great approach and put the ball in play. And
I was just going to say, they do a nice job of putting the ball in play, and then good things happen.
Yeah.
And the curveball misses.
You know, I still think Ben Bailey is throwing pretty well, Rick. I really do. You know, a lot of them hits that weren't crushed. They're just in the right spot.
And the pitch. That's a called strike.
2 more, here we go.
Ben Bailey's only a sophomore.
Yeah, I like him.
And the pitch is low, and it gets away from Hedela, but nobody goes anywhere. 3 balls and a strike. With 2 down, and the pitch. Swung on, foul tip back into the mask of the umpire. Count hole, or goes to 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Hedela having a talk with Bailey.
Yeah, this is a crucial out for us.
This will be traveling time for the Mounders. Runners will be off on the pitch. Ryan Bartig at the plate.
Good deal, boys.
Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Anderson is under it, and he makes a catch. So the Mounders pick up 4 runs on 4 hits. There was 1, 2 Viking errors, and 2 left on. So we've completed 3.5. We're in the middle of the 4th, and it's the Elk Mound Mounders 8 and the Vikings 1. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to take you out to the ballpark for Colfax Viking Baseball. Our next game will be on Thursday, April 20th, when the Vikings host the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Our coverage begins with the Bullpen Show, where we'll warm you up for baseball action starting at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax High School Baseball on Thursday, April 20th.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson along with Joe Doucette, Cassie Johnson Nelson doing the switching for us today. Dan Petchow on the camera. We're trying to work all of our bugs out as well and get everything the way it's supposed to be, and that's what the Vikings need to do right now. And basically they have to start doing the same thing and put the ball in play.
Yeah, I think a lot of situations, the Hedela kid had a big hit, but we've had other chances to score and we just haven't. But Elk Mound's been able to put the ball in play and get some big hits, and I think this is a crucial inning if we're going to hang in there. We got to maybe get 1 or 2 for sure.
Leading off for the Vikings is Brian Tuchel. He singled and scored the only Viking run. Well, I'm used to calling the Cavalier games, and we'll have some of those coming up this summer as well. Here's the pitch. Line shot. Stopped by second base, but nowhere to go with it, and I think we're going to give him a hit on that.
I think I would, Rick, yeah. Nice play.
Osborne knocked it down, but he wasn't able to make a play with it. So Tuchel's on first, and it's going to bring up Brody Everson, the designated hitter.
Yep. Brian Tuchel, 2 for 2.
And the first pitch is a called strike. Everson grounded to third his first time up. And a called strike.
That was low.
The umpire's been pretty consistent with that pitch all day.
Yeah, he likes that low one.
And a soft liner out to third, hauled in by Russo. That's not Russo at third, though.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
No, it isn't, no.
No, yeah, it is. Caden Russo, number 1.
Yeah.
I was right and didn't even know it. That's rare. Johnson looks over at first and delivers a high pop-up foul out of play. Bounced off somebody's car.
Yeah.
I heard that thump.
Like to see Elijah hit one in the gap. It'd be fun to watch him run. He can really run.
He flew to center last time up.
Yeah.
And he squares to bunt and bunted it foul. No balls, 2 strikes.
He's sure fun to watch play basketball, isn't he, Rick?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And the pitch. And a check swing. Boy, that basketball season was a lot of fun this year, especially when we look over at the girls' side. You know, making that trip to state is You know, your family's had a pretty exciting spring.
Yeah, it's been a great spring for us. You know,
here's the pitch, and a ground ball's going to stay fair, and the throw over to first is not going to be in time. Infield hit for Elijah Ensminger.
Yeah, he can run, boy.
So the Vikings have 2 on with 1 out. Yeah, you make the state tournament trip. Then you have a new grandchild. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Yeah, thanks much, Rick.
First pitch is fouled off for a strike.
Yeah, grandkids are awesome.
They sure are.
Yep.
No balls in a strike. I just got to visit a couple of grandkids swing and a miss for a strike.
Well, you can do it now. Here we go.
Got to visit a couple out in the Tacoma, Washington area about a week ago, and boy, that was a spectacular trip.
Nice. Would that be Emma's?
No, my son Chris's kids.
Okay.
One ball, 2 strikes.
That's a beautiful area.
It sure is. Unless you're trying to drive through Snoqualmie Pass. And it's a foul ball. Count holds at 1-2. Snoqualmie Pass in the middle of a snowstorm, it gets a little exciting.
Yeah, I bet.
But we got to see a lot of things, and my son and I ordered a bunch of fish to be sent back.
Awesome.
It wasn't cheap fish, but we were at Pike Place Market in Seattle, where you pick out your fish and then they throw it up into the area behind where they package it up for you. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Yeah, that was a great curveball.
That'll bring up Mitch Medine with 2 down, 2 on.
You know, here's one of them key spots we've been talking about, and see if Mitch can come through.
Put it on the grass in the outfield. That one's low. Got away from Veith a little bit, but he found it.
He's done a great job back there, just blocking the ball and
keeping it within range.
Yeah, I think fundamentally really solid.
Here's the pitch, foul down the third base line. Out of play. One ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Inside. Two balls and a strike. 2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over toward first, and the toss over to Johnson covering, and they got the put out. So Mitch Medine grounds to first, to the pitcher covering for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Vikings end up with no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We've completed 4 innings, and it's the Mounders 8 and the Vikings 1. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Grammar Avenue in Colfax.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute pre-diabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame. Our next broadcast will be on Sunday, May 21st, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Tilden Tigers in a doubleheader from Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:05 p.m. That's live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Sunday, May 21st on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And the new rump on the bump for the Vikings is Ashton Greenwell. We'll have the numbers for you on Bailey in just a minute. And into the lineup is Drew Beekner over at second base. Mason Yarrington went over to first. And that's how Greenwell goes to the mound. And the first pitch is a called strike to Carter Veith. No balls and a strike. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. Big difference in the pitching style here, and Greenwell's throwing much harder than Bailey did. The 0-2 pitch.
Ooh, man.
Just missed.
That was close.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Come on, do it.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Carter Veith.
I think if the Vikings are going to hang in there, they gotta put up some zeros here.
Here's the wind and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Good start for Greenwell.
We're in the top of the 5th inning.
Looks like they're pinch hitting 2 for 13.
So Delikowski is being pinch hit for. He was pinch run for, and now coming in to hit is Victor Noller. There's the wind and the pitch. Curveball stayed a little bit high for a ball. Greenwell winds and fires. It's high and away. 2 balls and a strike. There's the pitch. Foul back out of play. Count evens up at 2-2. There's the pitch.
Yeah.
Down in the dirt. Count goes full, 3-2.
Yeah, it looks like Noller's just a freshman, Rick. He looks awful comfortable up there. You can tell he's played a lot of ball.
Here we go.
And a line shot out into left field for a base hit.
That was good at bat.
It's going to bring up Caden Russo. And Russo is 1 for 3 tonight with a double and scored a run.
Here's another kid that's fun to watch play basketball.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He can hit from anywhere on the floor.
Yeah, super athlete. You know, it's been a great rivalry over the years in a lot of sports. Elk Mound, a great school, great teachers, great coaches.
And it's one of those rivalries you like to see. Quick throw over to first base.
Yeah.
Back in safely is Noller. And another throw over. And the pitch is a ball. Here's some guys over in the dugout for the Mounders telling Noller he needs to dive in and get dirty. You know, I know players who don't think you've played in the game unless you got your uniform dirty.
Yeah.
High pop up on a play. Got the numbers for Ben Bailey. He threw 4 innings, gave up 8 runs, only 5 of which were earned. Walked 1, struck out 4, and gave up 9 hits. Here's the pitch. That's outside for a ball. I think Dylan Heedle might have an arm that's a little bit longer now.
Yeah, we talked, though. I think, you know, the numbers aren't great for Ben Bailey, but I thought it was better than the numbers.
He did seem to keep the Mounders somewhat off balance. Chop foul. 2-2 is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I know that one didn't.
1 out. Vic Noller on first, swing and a miss for strike 3. Carter Garnett steps to the plate. Garnett is 1 for 2 with a walk, and he scored twice. Throw over to first. Noller back in time. And the pitch is outside. Oh, no, called the outside corner. Yeah, that's one of these cases. What's the strike zone, Joe? It's whatever the umpire tells you it is.
Yeah, that's for sure.
As long as they're consistent, that's perfectly okay.
I think he's been pretty solid.
And a foul ball down the third base line. Dimensions here at Colfax High School, 310 down the left field line. 350 to center field. And I can't see the sign for right field. I think it's also right around 310.
I think it is.
Greenwell looks and fires. High pop up out into center field. Anderson coming in, makes the catch. So, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We have played 5.5, or 4.5, I should say. And it's the Mounders 8 and the Vikings 1. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If your car has lost that showroom appeal, give Kyle's Buff and Shine a call. Kyle makes it easy to bring that shine back. Not to mention, he comes to you. Kyle does exteriors, interiors, and even has an ultimate detailing package. When Kyle is done, your car will look nearly showroom new. Oh, by the way, Kyle also details anything that flies, drives, or floats. Call 715-556-2062 to book your next detail with Kyle's Buff and Shine.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, and I'm looking to see if we have any more lineup changes to be aware of. I'm not sure if they have any lineup changes.
Knoller's going to first.
So Vic Knoller staying in the game, and he's going to be playing first base for Dilakowski.
Well, Greenwell did what he needed to do, Rick. He come in and give him a 0, and they got to get some runs if they're going to hang in there.
As is typical with high school baseball, we're scheduled for 7. We're in the bottom of the 5th, so time getting a little short for the Vikings to put some numbers up. But you know what, Joe? I'm just glad we're able to have baseball today.
Yeah, it turned out beautiful. You know, we're in the middle of the lineup here. See if they can get something going.
Yarrington, Hedela, and Greenwell are the scheduled batters. First pitch is low for a ball. Lucas Johnson on the mound. And the pitch caught the outside corner. He's starting his 3rd inning of work. On the mound, that is. There's the pitch. Chopper foul on the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think Johnson is really settling in and, you know, a lot more command than he had early.
Swing and a miss.
That's a good pitch.
And Yarrington goes down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Brings up Dylan Hedela. Hedela's 0 for 1. Got on an error by the 3rd baseman by, I don't know if that was Russo at the time or not. And he also walked. And the pitch is high for a ball. 2 balls.
He's getting loose. He threw that one awful hard.
There's the wind in the 2-0 pitch. High and inside for ball 3. Vikings need base runners. I will bet that Hedel is showing bump, but he's probably going to pull it back. And he does. Ball's in the dirt, and Hedel is on first. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Ashton Greenwell. He's 0 for 2, grounded twice to second base. One of them turned into a double play. We have a courtesy runner coming in for Hedela. Let's see if I can catch his number out there.
I can't tell
yeah,
either.
it's Tuchel again.
Okay.
Bryson Tuchel.
Ninth grade Adam.
And an Adam ball right out to the shortstop, Bartig.
I think he got that one off the end of the bat.
Yeah, soft liner right out to Bartik. He didn't even have to move. Just put his glove up, and there it was. Brings up Cade Anderson, who's 0 for 2. Popped out to the catcher. First pitch is a called strike. And grounded back to the pitcher. And the pitch. Inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. It's low for a ball. Here's the pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. Counts even at 2-2. And the pitch in the dirt. And nobody tries to advance. Veith was able to knock it down. He had to chase it down the third baseline a little bit, but no chance to advance. And the pitch. Ball 4. So Cade Anderson draws a walk. That's the second walk of the inning Johnson's given up. And we have time being called, and we're going to have a little conversation at the mound.
Yeah, it looks like they're making a pitching change.
It looks like it, and so we're going to get it all figured out right after this timeout. So you're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to take you out to the ballpark for Colfax Viking Baseball. Our next game will be on Thursday, April 20th, when the Vikings host the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Our coverage begins with the Bullpen Show, where we'll warm you up for baseball action starting at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax High School Baseball on Thursday, April 20th.
Regardless of where you are on your path to retirement, you can still take charge of your financial future today. Visit aceyourretirement.org and answer a few questions from Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach, for free tips, resources, and advice customized for your situation to help you feel confident and prepared for retirement. Retirement looks different for everyone. Make sure you're prepared for your financial future at aceyourretirement.org.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training on a Friday afternoon, and the very next day he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. You don't know how much somebody can hide what's going on inside their head. Store your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Back here at Colfax High School, the new pitcher for the Mounders is Vic Noller. And then a couple of defensive changes. Johnson goes back over to third base. And the pitch is high and away for a ball. And Russo moves over to first base. Here's the pitch. Check swing. And he did go. It's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Noller delivers. Strike called over the outside corner.
Wow.
Ball comes out a little differently when you get a tall, lanky pitcher like that.
Yeah, he threw that hard.
There's the pitch. Foul back into the screen.
Yeah, the young freshman had a great at bat, and he throws the ball well.
And strike 3 call. So, Noller came in and got him out of the inning as Brian Tusho went down looking. So, for the Vikings, no runs, no hits, there were no errors, and 2 were left on base. We've completed 5 innings and the score. The Elk Mound Mounders 8 and the Vikings 1. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Cameraman Dan Petchow just stopped down and picked up a couple snacks, but I think he's back up there ready on the camera. Cassie Johnson-Nelson on the computer, munching away on her snacks. Joe and I are diligently waiting for dinner after this is all done. It just doesn't sound right for people to hear us munching away.
No, that's for sure.
So we're in the top of the 6th, and Ashton Greenwell delivers one outside to Lucas Johnson. By the way, the numbers for Johnson, he went 2 2/3 innings, gave up no runs, 3 hits, struck out 2, and walked 2. Which is fouled away for strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Johnson's had a great day at the plate.
Yeah, 3 for 3. That's good in anybody's book.
Yeah.
Here's the wind and the 1-1 pitch. Just missed outside. There's the wind and the pitch. Popped up over towards right field.
Yep, he caught it.
And caught out there by Elijah Ensminger. So that brings up Brady Amble. Amble is 0 for 3. Grounded to short. Got on an error at short and struck out. First pitch is outside for a ball. There's the wind. And the pitch by Greenwell. High pop-up. Out of play. And somebody over there tried to make a catch, and oh well, guess they should have brought a glove.
Missed it?
Yeah. Here's the wind and the pitch. That one's a little low. Ball 2. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Counts even at 2-2. Brady Amble. Check swing high for a ball.
Close.
Counts full. With 1 out. Here's the wind and the pitch. Outside for ball 4. Amble draws the walk. Puts a runner on first, brings up Jake Osborne. Actually, yes, Osborne's back in.
Yep. He's had a good day, too, at the plate and the field.
There's the pitch. It's a little low.
Yeah.
Greenwell delivers. It's outside. Greenwell seems to really struggle when having to go out of the stretch.
Yeah.
I think what's happening is his focus is on that base runner a little longer than it needs to be, and he's not picking up the target at the plate quite soon enough.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Rick.
He starts his motion to the plate before he takes his eyes off that runner.
Yeah.
Swing and foul tipped for a strike.
Yeah, they almost got to have another 0 here, you know, and getting late. And
pitch is low for a ball. Three balls, 2 strikes.
yeah, big pitch, big pitch.
Greenwell at the belt, and he delivers. It's inside for ball 4. Second walk of the inning, puts 2 runners on with 1 out. Brings up Cam Diermeyer. Diermeyer has gotten on base every time.
Yeah.
One was via an error, but the other 2 were good solid base hits. Here's the pitch. It's inside for a ball. And the pitch in the dirt.
Yeah. You hit it right on the head. He definitely doesn't look as comfortable out of the stretch as he did out of the windup.
Yeah, and I really think it's all where his focus is.
Yeah.
Two balls and no strikes. Diermeyer struck out, doubled, singled, got on an error. Here's the pitch. Strike called at the letters on the outside edge of the plate. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch swung on a miss, strike 2. One out. We have a runner on second. And a runner on first, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Brings up Ryan Bartig.
That was a great comeback. Great comeback by Ashton. Got behind and really battled and come back.
Hey, don't forget to join us on Thursday afternoon, evening, as the Vikings will be hosting the Elmwood Plum City Wolves from right here at Colfax High School. Our coverage again will begin at 4:40 with the Bullpen show, followed by all the live play-by-play action. Greenwell's pitch, called strike.
Yeah, great bounce back by him.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I didn't know if you guys knew, so that's why I wanted to share it.
Greenwell looks over at second. And the pitch. Line shot out into center field. Picked up by Anderson and brings it into the infield. But in to score. Throw over to third. Osborne got in safely. In to score was Brady Amble. It's going to bring up Carter Veith as the Mounders go ahead 9-1.
You know, we talked about that, Rick. Just another key hit with 2 outs, and
yeah,
hit that one hard.
And the throw over to first, and back in time is Ryan Bartig. And the pitch is outside, throw down to third.
Got him.
And they got him. Nice pickoff play by Dylan Hedelaw. And so, Elk Mound gets 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 were left on base. We've played 5.5 innings, and it's the Mounders 9 and Vikings 1. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-2.
Let NLWN-2 and the Northern Light Webcasting Network bring you some tough semi-pro gridiron action. Our next broadcast will be on Saturday, May 6th, when we will bring you the Eau Claire Cowboys taking on the Rock River Rampage from Beloit, Wisconsin. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-2 begins with Cowboy Kickoff at 1:40 p.m. That's live Eau Claire Cowboy football on Saturday, May 6th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-2.
Nice.
So we get back here at Colfax High School. And boy, we've got a lot of things scheduled for this summer between that football game they were just talking about on that promotion there. The Eau Claire Cowboys, we're excited to be able to bring you those games this summer. We've got 10 of those scheduled. The Eau Claire Cavaliers, we've got about 35 of those scheduled. And of course the Vikings.
I miss Sally quite a bit. I mean, I used to know who she was working up the kitchen, but
Heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. And as you keep saying, Joe, the Vikings are running out of time. They've got to put some numbers on the board.
Yeah, they're battling. They're not giving up. But you know, they got to get some runs somehow, Rick. And
Drew Beekner steps to the plate. First pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Here's the wind in the pitch. It's high for a ball.
He throws hard for a young kid.
Noller winds and fires. That's high. And Beekner ended up swinging by trying to get out of the way of the pitch.
Yep. I've been there and done that before, yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Almost did it again. They called him out. He's ducking out of the way of the pitch, but taking the bat over the plate in the process.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I like Drew. I think he's got a lot of potential as an athlete. And
brings up Elijah Ensminger. Elijah found himself a batting average today.
Especially if you run by the parking lot, that's another issue. Just out of my curiosity what that was.
He's 1 for 2 today, which gives him a batting average of 100 on the season because he's now 1 for 10 on the year. But that's better than 0-0-0.
it's early. It's early. He's gonna. I think if he can put the ball in play consistently, he's gonna raise that quickly.
Called strike. And the pitch is high. 3 balls and a strike. 1 out. Hitter's pitch here for Elijah Ensminger. Noller winds and fires. That's high for ball 4. Ensminger gets on base. Now let's see if we can utilize some of that speed that he has. It's going to bring up Zach Hedela.
Yeah. I don't think he'll run though, Rick. I think just the
They
time
need those
and
base runners on, yeah.
You can't make an out now.
Here's the pitch to Hedela. It's outside for a ball. Hedela got an RBI double in the 2nd inning and then struck out in the 4th.
Yeah, I like him. He looks comfortable up there and got a nice approach.
Here's the pitch. Called strike on the corner.
He's throwing hard.
And a high pop-up out into center field, moving over, and a collision out there. And the catch was not made, and Hedela dives into second. Diermeyer and Osborne had a collision out there. Actually, I don't think that was, yeah, it was. Diermeyer and Osborne had a collision out there, and so the ball ended up finding the turf, and Hedela ends up checking in at second.
Who are you going to give the error to?
I gave him a double on that because I don't think either one of them got the error.
Yeah. Well, you can't give him a double because he's only on first.
Oh, wait a minute. That's right. That's Ensminger out there on second.
Yeah.
Well, I won't give him a double then. I'll give him a single. Wishful thinking. 2 runners on for the Vikings. Pitch is a called strike to Mitch Medine. Foul back into the screen for a strike.
Yeah, the Vikings have had chances, Rick, especially early, but they, other than that Hedela hit, they've, just haven't been able to get that big hit.
And the pitch is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Ensminger takes his lead. Line shot out into center field. That's going to find the fence. Rounding third and coming in to score is Elijah Ensminger. Hedela checks in a third, and this one's a double.
Yep.
Mitch Medine with a double to center field.
That's that hit we were talking about, and right on the barrel, and
Makes it 9-2. Mounders are on top. Vikings have runners at second and third. And a ground ball down to first. Foul ball.
Yeah, just foul.
Mason Yarrington at the plate. Yarrington has struck out twice and singled to left. Pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Inside for a ball. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. I don't think he really wanted to swing at that, but he was just trying to guard the plate a little bit.
Yeah.
Brings up Dylan Hedela, who's walked twice. Got on an error. And the first pitch is a ball.
He's got a nice breaking ball. Boy, does he have a great future, huh, Rick, with young kidkin.
Is Noller?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with him. He just looks like a pitcher.
Yeah.
And a called strike. Noller winds and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And the pitch is high for a ball. Runners at second and third. Count is full.
Fastball or curveball, Rick?
Oh, and Hedela might have gone, and they say he did. It was that high fastball.
Yeah, he couldn't hold up. He couldn't hold up.
Yep. So the Vikings pick up no runs on 2 hits. Or take that back.
Yeah, they
1
got
run
one.
on 2 hits.
Yep.
There were no errors and 2 left on base. So we've completed 6 innings, and it's the Elk Mound Mounders 9 and the Vikings 2. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How was it? Is it good?
Back here at Colfax High School, Rick Olson along with Joe Doucette. Boy, I tell you what, Joe, it's good to have you here. Doing a fabulous job, giving the color commentary, and your analysis is spot on.
Thanks, Rick. I appreciate it.
And Cassie working hard at the switcher. Trying anyway. And Dan up at the camera. Ashton Greenwell on the mound for the Vikings. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's low for a ball. Carter Veith. He was at bat when Dylan Hedela picked off the runner at third. He picked off Osborne over at third base. Here's the pitch, foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You can see why he's batting third. He really takes a.
Or check that. That's 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Cassie was right. That happens more often than not.
He doesn't get cheated up there, Carter. He really takes a healthy cut up there.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
3 balls and a strike now.
I think he's done a great job behind the plate of framing and blocking balls.
And a strike called. That one came over the inside edge of the plate. Full count now to Carter Veith. Greenwell winds and fires. Curveball kind of got away from him. He's mad at himself for that one. Veith draws the walk. That's going to bring up Vic Noller. Now, Joe, it always surprised me that guys that are a long drink of water like Noller is doesn't wear the socks showing.
Yeah.
Because you'd think that if you wore it in knicker style and the ball got away from Hedela and the runner moves down to second,
you'd get a few more calls, you think?
You might. It's just sets the strike zone for the umpire that you might not get if your pants are full length.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm kind of old school. I like the stirrups.
Yeah, I do too.
Here's the pitch. Called strike. And the pitch. That one's in the dirt.
Yeah.
Hedela had to dive at it. Hedela kind of favoring his left leg a little. Keeps reaching back almost if he has a hamstring issue.
Yeah, that's such an important spot, and I think Dylan's done a nice job. You know, he's blocked a lot of balls. He's getting beat up now, though.
He's one of those guys that's just a lot of fun to sit and talk to.
Yeah. Tough kid, strong kid.
Very talented young man, too.
Yeah.
Pretty solid on the saxophone. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Noller goes down swinging. Caden Russo comes to the plate.
Yeah.
He scored a couple times.
Yeah. Ashton's come in, Rick, and done a pretty good job. He's, I think given up 1 run, but, pretty solid all in all.
Here's the pitch.
Yeah.
Called strike on the outside corner.
We thought maybe he was struggling there out of the stretch, but he's been able to, right the ship.
I think maybe when he's working out of the stretch and the runner's behind him out there at second, that's a little different. He's got to turn to check the plate more deliberately, whereas if the runner's at first, it's tempted to keep his eye on him.
Yeah, I agree with you.
1 ball, 1 strike. Little low and inside. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Ground ball down the first base line. Picked up there and stepping on the bag. Was Mason Yarrington.
It looks like 32 is going to pinch it. 32 is Caden Stefan Ludwig.
Oh, he's got one of those really long names that does not fit into my spot. But and it's a ground ball to Greenwell, and Stefan Ludwig is safe at first because the ball went in the dirt. It's going to be an error on Greenwell. That should bring up Lucas Johnson.
I think
and the run did come in and score on that, too.
Yeah,
Carter Bright did come in and score.
Yeah. I think Ashton had a little more time than he thought there.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Pitch was high for ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Stefan Ludwig over on first. 10-2. Hard shot into center field. Ludwig checks in at second as Johnson singles.
I think that's his 4th hit.
That's what I've got.
Yeah. Yeah, good solid hitter. Short, bats in the slot. You know, he's quick to the ball and does a good job.
That brings up Brady Amble. Amble's 0 for 3. And grounds it to second. Flip to the shortstop for the forced play. So Amble gets credit for a fielder's choice. And we get the put out at second. But Mounders pick up a run on 1 hit. There was 1 Viking error and 2 left on base.
Yeah.
So we've completed 6.5, and it's the Mounders 10, Vikings 2, and you're tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform at attracting what you want, you first need to know what your soil is working with. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, serving Western Wisconsin.
Back here at Colfax High School, where the Mounders are leading the Vikings 10-2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Due up for the Vikings are Greenwell, Anderson, and Tuchel. Ashton Greenwell stepping up to the plate. Vic Noller still on the mound for the Mounders. And the first pitch is a called strike. As of right now, Lucas Johnson is the pitcher of record for the Mounders. And it's fouled back into the screen. On tap to pick up the win. Actually, no, he's not. He didn't get through the 5th either. And the pitch is low. So I believe it's actually Vic Noller on tap to get the win. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Greenwell goes down on strikes.
He's smooth. He's got a nice and relaxed, and all of a sudden it comes in there pretty good.
He's had 5 strikeouts so far. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Kate Anderson. Swing and a miss for strike 2. In fact, all of the outs recorded by the Mounders, it's high and away, with Noller on the mound, have been strikeouts.
Have they? Yeah, that's impressive.
He's pitched an inning in 2/3 and a called 3rd strike. And it continues.
You know, and then that Caden Russo, who's, you know, one of the best pitchers in the area, they're deep.
Brian Tuchel. And he fouls it out of play. Tuchel's 2 for 3.
Yeah, he's had a nice day.
Couple hits, scored a run. Pitch is high for a ball. Well, at least it won't be an immaculate inning for him. And another pitch high. I've seen one of those in my life.
Oh, really? Yeah. I've heard of a couple, but...
Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased some high heat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. Oh, just missed. And the count is full. Brian Tuchel, last hope for the Vikings. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And the payoff pitch. Popped up in foul territory, and it's going to stay foul. Count holds at 3-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Nice. And ball 4.
Yeah, good at bat.
Tuchel draws the walk. It's going to bring up Drew Beekner. Beekner struck out his last time up. And we're going to have a pitching change. So we'll get all that straightened out. Let's see. They're bringing in
the left fielder,
Garnett. I think he was still out in left field. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Stefan Ludwig. I think. Nope. It's Carter Garnett.
Yeah, I think it's Garnett.
It's coming in. I think we also have some other defensive changes.
Yeah.
Noller is staying in. So Stefan Garnett, he comes to the mound. Noller goes back to first.
Garnett's threw 1 inning on the year, and that's scoreless inning.
Yes. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 2 innings. Noller threw.
Oh, yeah, I was talking Garnett coming in. He has 1 inning on the year.
So Noller threw 2 innings, gave up no runs on 2 hits, struck out 6, and walked 2. And the first pitch by Garnett is low for a ball. And the pitch. It's called strike on the corner. Ball and a strike. 2 balls and a strike. I think Caden Russo is now out in left field. And a line shot to short, and it kind of handcuffed him. And so Beekner gets on an error by the shortstop. It's going to bring up Elijah Ensminger.
That was a tough play.
And it's called strike.
Yeah, I've been there a few times where them hard hit balls right at your feet. They're a tough place.
And a ground ball right up the middle to the shortstop, throw over to first, and they got him. 6-3 on the putout against Elijah Ensminger, and that's going to do it tonight. Final score in this one, the Elk Mound Mounders 10 and the Vikings 2. And we'll be back with all the wrap-up information on this game during Viking Download, and that'll be coming up right after this. You've been tuned to Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
Thank you for joining us for today's Colfax Vikings baseball game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. This has been presented for the private listening and viewing use of the tuned-in audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction, in any form, without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network LLC and Colfax High School is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Download, where we take a look back at today's Colfax Viking game.
Let Menominee Eye and Optical help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide both comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract and LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eye care for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, located at 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality, personalized care for you and your family.
Time now for Viking Download, with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, where the Vikings drop one by the score of 10-2 to the Elk Mound Mounders. And real quick run by on the totals on that. The Mounders had 10 runs on 8 hits. They committed 3 errors. Vikings had 2 runs on 7 hits. They committed 6 errors. Winning pitcher was Vic Noller, who came in relief and threw a couple of really, really strong innings. And he was the pitcher of record when the game became official. And so that's why he ends up with the win. Some really effective pitching throughout the Elk Mound roster tonight. For the Vikings, the losing pitcher would have been Ben Bailey. Yep. He was the starter today, gave up 8 runs, 5 of which were earned. And so, Vikings have to do some regrouping, Joe.
Yeah. Well, I think, Rick, we've talked, and I think, a lot of positives. Coach Secret does a good job, and they'll keep working hard. But I've seen a lot of positives. I really did. And, Elk Mound, you can see why they're one of the best programs in the area. They solid all the way up and down and good pitching. But getting back to the Vikings, I think they got a great future. I think they can win some games, and I know they'll work hard and full of good kids.
Well, I should keep the mic turned on, I guess. You made some comments earlier about the youngster on the mound, Ben Bailey, for the Vikings. He had a pretty effective curveball. It's just that eventually the Mounders kind of got that figured out and were able to put some runs across, and that's going to happen.
I liked him, Rick. I think just a couple key hits that he give up, but I think he's got a great future. I like how he throws, and he's got that ability to kind of throw backwards, throw that curve in a fastball spot, and I think they got some potential.
Now, the Vikings did manage to pick up 7 hits tonight. The problem was they couldn't cluster them, and they couldn't find a way to get one at one of those key moments.
Yeah, I agree. We talked about that. I think early we had runners on and just couldn't get that big hit. Zach Edela got one, but after that we couldn't get another one. And until Mitch, in the 7th inning. But Elk Mound, a few of them they didn't hit hard, but just in perfect spots. And but Elk Mound, you know that they're going to win a ton of games this year, like they do pretty much every year.
And they are the defending conference champions, and their record goes to 3-1 overall. I'm not sure what it is in conference play, but they're 3-1 overall.
I think they were 2-0 coming in.
And they look like the part of a conference champion. I'm pretty impressed with that Vic Noller they have. Yeah. Tall, lanky kid with a lot of speed. And I'll be honest with you, I was kind of surprised that they pulled him in the 7th and let him finish the game out with 1 out to go, and he hadn't lost any of his effectiveness, I didn't think.
No, he looked good. We had talked about that during the game. He just looked comfortable, not only at the bat, but at the plate, and, nice, easy delivery, and all of a sudden, boom, it got in there pretty quick. So
we're hoping to get Cavalier coach Kirk Seacraw over here to talk with us in just a minute. And while we get ready to do that, we're going to take a brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Download on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smoke Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
pineapple. Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame. Our next broadcast will be on Sunday, May 21st, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Tilden Tigers in a doubleheader from Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:05 p.m. That's live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Sunday, May 21st on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Colfax High School talking with Viking head coach Kirk Seacraw. And coach, kind of tough one here with the Mounders, but you knew they were a tough team coming in.
Yep, we knew they were a tough team coming in. Ben Bailey threw very well for us tonight. We didn't have the defense behind him like we needed, so he threw well. We didn't throw a bad game tonight. We just got to cut back on our errors, and again, Elk Mound's a solid team.
You've got to be able to cluster your hits and put them into bunches, and that's how you get runs to get across the plate, because you had 7 hits tonight. They just came at inopportune moments.
Yep, and that's something that we just keep working on in practice. You know, there's a lot of guys that can hit the ball and put it in play. We just need to put it in play and hit it harder and hit those gaps.
The timing of those hits is pretty important, because you had some chances. You had runners on, you had runners at second and third, and just couldn't find a way to get those guys across the plate.
Yep, it's always tough when that happens. You know, you just hope for the best, and it just didn't happen tonight. It didn't come into play for us.
Well, and you got to give Elk Mound some credit for that. Their pitching staff kind of had your guys stifled. I was pretty impressed with their youngster, Noller, that came in and pitched there. Aside from the last out, pitched the end of the game. Tall, lanky kid, and he's only a sophomore. He's going to be a pain in your side for a couple more years.
We'll just get better. We'll hit him around.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Coach. Got to get them ready for Thursday. What do you know about the Wolves?
Not a lot right now. They played a couple games, but we don't know a lot. We're going to throw Mitch Medina out there, and he's going to go try to get us a win. So he's been throwing really well for us. So.
Okay, and we'll be looking forward to that one on Thursday right over here. Any questions, Joe?
No, we thought Coach Seeker a lot of positives. We liked how Bailey threw. We thought Ashton did what he needed to do too. And like Rick said, that you had some runners on early and get a few key hits, and it's a different ball game. But Elk Mound's solid all the way. You know that from all the years, and yeah.
Yep, and a big positive for us. We went 7 with them. We haven't done that in quite a few years. So, and like Ashton did throw well. He bounced back from his first appearance. He was a little rough.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, and I had some people on what you just said say to me, "Do you think this game will go 7?" And I said, "Well, this is why they play the game." And you guys played with a lot of heart. You just couldn't put the things together when they needed to happen. That's going to come.
Definitely going to come. Like I said, our goal kind of at the beginning of the year, 500 in conference play, and I think we're definitely going to do that. So, like I said, errors killed us tonight too. So.
Well, very good, and we will meet with you again Thursday after you take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, and we'll be back to wrap things up right after this time out. You're listening to Viking Download on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame. Our next broadcast will be on Sunday, May 21st, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Tilden Tigers in a doubleheader from Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:05 p.m. That's live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Sunday, May 21st on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Colfax High School getting ready to wrap things up. Joe?
Yeah.
Your first time doing color with our baseball broadcast. I thought you did an outstanding job.
Well, thanks, Rick. I think I'll get better as the year goes. And, like we talked about, it's just great to be out here. Baseball is a great game like all sports. But, I think the Vikings are going to win some games. And I know they won't give up from knowing them kids. And Elk Mound's going to have a great year also. So.
Well, I agree with you. And I think they have some kids that, well, let's just put it this way. There's a lot of really good kids out there on that team, and they're kids that aren't going to be giving up, and Vikings are going to come ready to play Thursday and hopefully get a little different outcome.
Yeah, that's the key, is just coming in, have great practices, learn from your mistakes, and be resilient, and show all them good qualities that Coach Secra talks about, and I'm excited to see what happens down the road.
As am I, and hey, don't forget, folks, to join us on Thursday on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV as we bring you the Colfax Vikings taking on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. That coverage begins at 4:40 with the Bullpen show, followed by live play-by-play action. Also, join us on NLWN-2 for exciting Eau Claire Cowboy football. Our next game will be on Saturday, May 6th. As the Cowboys travel to Beloit to take on the Rock River Rampage. Cowboy kickoff begins at 1:40 p.m., followed by live play-by-play action. Don't forget that the annual Barber Shoppers Show will be held in the Martin Anderson Gym here in Colfax. That's coming up this Saturday. And the girls' softball team is going to host Elmwood Plum City Wolves on Thursday. First pitch for that game is scheduled for 5 p.m. Today's Colfax Viking Baseball game is brought to you by Anderson Bridges, the Colfax Animal Hospital, Dairy State Bank, H&H Plumbing, Kyle's Buff and Shine, Kyle's Market, Menominee Eye and Optical, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, Morgan's Auto Body of Colfax, Pleasant Valley Properties, Slayton's Technology, Triple Threat Training, and Whitetail Golf Course. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. For Joe Doucette and Cassie Johnson-Nelson and Dan Petchow, this is Rick Olson. Final score once again. The Elk Mound Mounders 10, Vikings 2, and you've been tuned to Viking Download on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching Viking Download with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV.
talked about that. Watch it tonight when you get home.
Sure. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for doing it.
Basically shut that computer down. Boy, what is attacking you, Cassie? Or something, yeah. Oh, that's what publish on that. That's right. Oh, Ann must have watched.
You want your little bait
Recording,
back?
yes.